Okay, this is the second video on how to use a Tong test or a clamp meter to locate underground pipes. So below my foot here is a 5-watt rigid transmitter, and this produces 5 watt. It's got multiple frequencies, and the function of this is to energize something that hasn't got its own power source. This is a German 10-watt transmitter. It's got its inbuilt Tong tester or milliamp, so it's producing its own record of what's going on. So the whole thing about utility location is earth sparking properly. So we've got an earth spark down here, and we're running the cable through the Tong tester, and I'm getting 0.07 amps. And on the other side, that is where it should actually be going down into the sewer. So what you would actually do with this is you would clamp this onto your drain springs, or you'd have a cable going down with your jetter, or you'd have a braided hose, but you'd have to have something metallic, or you'd be pushing something down a plastic pipe. And there's so much HDPE and all sorts of other plastic pipes that you want to trace, and I see guys giving up. They give up. They give up, and they can't do it because they don't understand that you need to create a circuit and you need amps to flow through these cables. And by using a Tong tester clamping around it, you can see if the amps are flowing. So it's quite important that I grip it, and I've got this little earth spark over here that we put in, and we pretend that actually I felt a little bit of a voltage vibration tingling going through my hands. And now we come and we have a look that we're drawing 0.0 of an amp, 0.6 is milliamps. Now watch what happens when I loop it. Watch what happens. There's an electromagnetic field going through this cable, but you're getting 0.06 amps. As soon as I bring another loop through, I'm now getting double, 12, 13, 14, 15 amps. Watch this. I loop it again. I'm now getting 21, 22 amps, 23 amps. I loop it again. So every time, and this works with electricity as well. So whether you're using normal electricity or you're just checking. So if you've got, thanks Colin. So if you've got very low amperage and you need a booster, you need a higher resolution, every time you coil it around, the Tong tester's round core with a metal inside is actually reading it. Now, what we do is we take this baby and we do the exact opposite. Over here, I'm reading the amps. But if I were to plug this bad boy into one of our transmitters, now the German one is a 10-watt transmitter, so it's super powerful. And if I were to plug this into the German one and I would clamp this around an armored cable, I could induce, with induction, I can induce a signal down the line. So if you don't have a proper connection, now watch what happens to the amps when I take the magnet off. So if I take the clamp off, and you just zoom back out so you get the crocodile clip and the ammeter. So if I take that off, look what happens to my amps. I go all the way down to 0. I've broken the circuit. And as soon as I connect this again, there we go. My circuit is alive again, and that is the litmus test, guys. So what the guys do is they put their drain spring down a sewer pipe, or they push a fish tape, and they want to trace, and they get their fancy American locator, or they get their fancy German locator, and these things are useless because they're not drawing amps. They haven't got a proper circuit. So a simple thing like a Tong tester will help you when you're completing a complete circuit, and we'll take you through the course. We'd love to invite you to come for training, and we're all on the same rugby field together. Let's share the love. Thank you.